What's going on, everybody? It is currently 9:45 in the morning, and you right now are watching the Sideshow. It's been about, I don't know, give or take 3 months since the last time we've actually had a Sideshow, so I guess this is long awaited. There's only two real big things that I really want to touch on today. They're kind of like multi-topic deals and all that, but stick with me. Let's get ready to. First things first that I want to jump into is I don't have a lot of research on this, so this might be a little bit on the weaker side, but it's an argument that's been going on for a little bit, especially now that like certain music and shit like that has gone underground, or a lot of people have realized that like, hey, I would rather stay this way, and that is the battle between independent artists and corporate artists. Now, you may be saying, what really is the difference here? And honestly, there is a lot of differences, right? So, on the independent side of it, you have artists who have a lot more freedom, right? You got people like Upchurch, uh, the list goes on. That's like the only one I can really think of. I don't think Jelly Roll is signed to a label. I think he does his own shit. A lot of other ones who are like, coming up and everything, like the ones you hear coming up on Spotify and Apple Music who don't have any corporate label, right? Those people have a lot more freedoms as to what they can do, what they can say, you know what I mean? And I'm not really going along the lines of cussing and stuff, because rap and pop and all that, that's big time corporate, and they have a lot of things in there. Though some things can't be misguided imagery, I guess you could say. I guess really what I'm trying to say there is more along the lines of like a radicalistic viewpoint, or like a racially hatred fueled type deal or whatever. But there's a lot more to it than just that when it comes into the corporate side, you know what I mean? But yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Like I was saying though about, your independent artists and everything, they have a lot more freedoms as to what it goes. They don't really have to worry about, lawyers or anything like that. Really, the only thing they would have to worry about is like copyrights and shit like that, because anything and everything can get copyrighted. Freaking look at Dua Lipa, or however the hell you pronounce that damn name and shit, right? She's getting copyrighted on stuff. I think she's even gotten copyrighted on her own music, which you can do, and that's another big part of like the little corporate thing that, goes on with the music side, right? Another thing about independent artists too, or, underground artists, besides the whole freedom part, is, I'm pretty sure that you get to keep a good majority of the profits of your money. That being said, I know it's like split up whether you have a band, or like managing agents and shit like that. Depending on how big you are through the independent scene, you got people like Upchurch and shit, Wheeler Walker Jr., because I'm pretty sure he's fucking independent as well. I'm starting to fucking talk and think about all these artists who are independent, or who wouldn't even have a shot in the mainstream limelight, or not saying not have a shot, because a lot of these people would have a shot unless you're fucking Wheeler Walker Jr. If you don't know, listen to that shit. Look him up. You'll understand why. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, unless you're, obviously, expenditures as far as, yourself and the third party stuff too. But at least, like, right around 60% of the profits you spend on that, you get to keep. Going back to the lawyer thing though, you would have to deal with like lawyers and shit like that to get your trademark and your copyrights down and all that hoopla. I'm running out of shit to say about the independent artists and everything. Like I said, I didn't do my research, and I kind of came into this video unprepared, but I was kind of ready to do this. It's been on my mind, though this wasn't the original topic, right? Anyways, let's move on to the corporate standard. I know I keep on moving my camera around, but like I'm feeling like my angles are off and everything, and it's throwing me off. Maybe I'm just like doing this too early in the morning, who the hell knows. But the corporate side is where it gets a little bit more fucked up. And you may be asking, well, the corporate side of it is how all these people get freaking huge and successful and all that, right? Yes, it is. But there is a lot more things to follow by when you go corporate than when you stay independent. I've never been fucking corporate. I haven't had any, from what I know, any corporate people looking at me and stuff like that. I don't have a problem with that. I'm fine where I'm at right now, playing the acoustic guitar and playing with my band. Which, by the way, there'll be more videos uploaded here soon with us, you know, playing and all that shit, right? Anyways, yeah, like, the understanding of the corporate stuff, I don't have a full one on, but I am gonna let you know what I do know, right? A lot of that shit, they want a lot of their people to maintain an image of the song. This is exactly what I'm wanting to start out with about this, because the one thing that pissed me off, and you may be thinking, oh wait, there's a lot of people who don't show the image, you know, like you got Kane Brown and stuff like that. Yeah, that's cool and all, but you know, he still kind of like forces out the image or whatever. I don't even know what I'm gonna say there, but what I do mean is, okay, I done this like qualifier thing for like the American Idol shit, right? You know, these competition shows will throw you right into the corporate stuff, okay? Where it boils down to is I was doing that shit and I came up and I started playing a song, right? I was dressed in like a fucking probably same fabric, but like it was like a salmon color shirt, right? Fucking jeans, I had holes in them, and fucking Nike shoes. I go up on that stage and I play Hurricane and stuff like that. And, you know, fucking I only knew that song for like 2 weeks, whatever, right? But the very first thing that was fucking said is, dude, you aren't dressed the image. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting there thinking, what? He was like, you know, you're doing a country song. You should be, you know, dressed in this. And I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm sitting there thinking, hold on. Like, just because I'm playing country music, okay, doesn't mean I have to come out here dressed up in goddamn square-toed boots and a 10-gallon hat. Friggin', you know, big-ass Texas belt buckle and a flannel shirt. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to do none of that. But apparently, you know, because you're corporate, they want you to fit a certain image. You know what I mean? And that also kind of goes back to when all this, you know, rioting and stuff was going on. And some more statues getting removed and everything. And I'm not even going to go into my opinions on that because I will get a lot of hate and probably kicked off this motherfucker. But anyways, you know, like, a big independent versus corporate thing that went on during that time was Upchurch and Luke Combs, okay? Fucking Upchurch had a song called I Need an Outlaw, which he really just done a cover of one of freaking Luke Combs' original songs, right? The Can I Get an Outlaw? And they done a collab on it, great and everything. There was a Confederate flag in that video, and because Luke Combs had went corporate, because this was before Luke Combs was actually boom. And to be honest with you, if you think about it, I'm pretty sure fucking Church made goddamn Luke Combs famous, you know, got him to where he was right now, or one of the helpers anyways, right? But like I said, because there was a Confederate flag in the music video, there's a big debacle. They wanted Upchurch to remove Luke Combs' name from that video and stuff. And then Luke Combs, being the fucking pussy that he is, went and apologized about all that crap. And I'm like, dude, you don't have to apologize. It's fucking symbolic, and a lot of people don't get the fact that it is the goddamn battle flag for the fucking Tennessee militia. But we won't go there, because like I said, I'm not about to get into this fucking argument. Why I wanted to start with the imagery thing, though, is because the fucking image that corporate people want you to follow is so stupid, man. You got to express yourself how you want to express yourself, okay? If I want to make a country music song about murder, I'm going to make one about murder. If I want to make a rock song about fucking your wife, I'm going to make a rock song about fucking your wife. You know what I mean? And a lot of your corporate songs from a certain time were like that, you know what I mean? And fucking rock is going underground because a lot of the, you know, imagery and stuff, they're like, oh yeah, glorifying this and that and this and that and this and that. But then again, the rap music is going in and taking over, right? Anyways, I'm bouncing off subject, right? Okay? Another thing that makes the corporate side kind of funny is when you look at the side of the money spent and the money earned. Yes, some of these people are pushing like multi-millions and stuff like that, right? You're not looking at the bands who are actually there, but they're having to pay for studio time and they just ain't releasing enough music because one, they're not making the funds and they're not selling off as much because, you know, a lot of people haven't taken a liking to their music. You gotta look at it, man. They're making the money off of what they can sell, albums they can push, singles they can push, EPs, whatever it may be, but they're paying buku money for studio time. You know what I mean? I mean, you could push out 5 songs in a year, but that doesn't even equivalent to the amount of studio time that is put in. You know, you got so many takes, you have to pay sessions either by the day, by the hour, however that goes. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure a freaking corporate session like Columbia or Sony or whatever is 100% not cheap at all. You know what I mean? So you got the big blowing bucks right there. A lot of these people probably had to spend so much money, you know what I mean? Probably had to pay off so much debt before they could even start making money. You know what I mean? It's not like a freaking, you know, Carrie Underwood or Chris Young or whatever where you get it in your first go around and you ain't got to fucking worry about it because you blew up in the blink of an eye. I highly doubt Carrie Underwood and Chris Young did that, but just to go and set an example. Then you get into the corporate side of all these people who win these music challenges, okay? Like The Voice or American Idol. Right now, there's been a long list on American Idol that have actually won and then went over into the fucking mainstream, right? But then you got the ones who have been just one song and fucking out. You hardly hear anything by them. You have that Danielle Bradbury girl who won The Voice. You got that one Kentucky guy who was on The Voice, and he had a fucking amazing voice, but I ain't heard anything from him. You know what I mean? Like, how much pushback is there? You got these shows and everything, you know, and you want them to go corporate, but guess what? Just because somebody hears what they like doesn't mean everybody else is going to like what they have, you know? And that's a lot of things that people try to get out, but at the end of the day, if you can't really gain the appeal of your corporate people, they're going to let you go or they're not going to sign you at all, which is another stupid thing, right? That being said, though, profits made versus profits spent, in the long run, you are going to have a lot of time and a lot of money spent into that shit before you ever start making money. Even as a solo artist or, you know, a small band like I'm in and everything like that, that is literally bound to happen every time, okay? Like, no doubt about it. 100%, it's gonna happen. Lastly, on this corporate side of things, before we move into this next little topic that I'm going to touch on for roughly, hopefully, only 5 minutes of your time, but I may go off in a long-ass fucking escapade, or it may be shorter, who knows, right? Is all the legalities that you would have to follow on the corporate side, okay? What I'm meaning by legalities is, okay, you're signing your name to the papers, but it doesn't mean you have 100% full rights to your music, okay? The record company is going to continuously, just like you, make music off your money, but at that point it comes into like a percentage. The corporation makes this percentage of the money, and you make this percentage of the money. I'm pretty sure a good portion of it is dealt the shit hand to the artist, because, you know, the corporation has to make money, right? The artist has to make money too. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of 75-25 deals or 60-40 deals. Maybe very rarely will there probably be a fucking 50-50 deal. Maybe if you've been with your label, you know, half of your entire career, then yeah, that might work out just a teensy-weensy little bit. But other than that, yeah, they pretty much, you know, got that money flowing a little bit more than the artist would, I guess. And then another thing is after you're done with, you know, your music, or after you've been with your label for 20 years and stuff like that, you can actually go and get the rights to your own music. I don't know if you have to go to court, or if you, or you know, go and sign a paper or whatever, but yeah, you can actually get the rights back to your music, and then it's 100% fully yours. There's a big thing going on right now. I think it's I think it was Dwight Yoakam and I'm not even gonna try to remember the company that he was with, but anyways, I think it's Universal. But they're trying to keep it to where he don't get the after the 20 years, you know, he don't get his full rights to any of his music and everything, right? They want to keep making the profits off of it because he's still booming up, you know what I mean? Everybody's starting to realize that the new country shit is better than the old, or that the new country shit is more terrible than the old country shit. I completely misworded the ever loving fuck out of that, right? This isn't about a specific genre of music though, right? Anyways, and yeah, I don't even know if that ever resolved. You feel me? But it's kind of bullshit that you would have to freaking fight to get the full rights to your music even after you had like the 20 years thing. And it could be the 20 years after they retired too. I'm not for sure how that works. But yeah. I know that little piece was all scatterbrained and everything. Like I said, one more time, I didn't have all the research done on that. But now we're moving on to the next topic. So finally, here's another thing that I want to bring into this, and you can go ahead and consider this thing like a part 2 to the what is it, kind of like the birthday song scam, right? This isn't another birthday song scam. This is another scam that I've actually started to it took me a while to pick up on, but I finally caught up on it, right? So you know how us musicians, or whatever musicians, models, I don't know if models have this, but you know, whatever, a lot of people, there's these people on Instagram who are promoters, right? Like you upload something and then like you automatically start seeing them message, oh yeah, DM us right now, and then it's got like the fire hard eyes or some shit like that. Or you just start getting these random DMs, hello, I am this, and this, or, you know, hello, I am a digital marketer and I want to like help you with your YouTube this and make it more appealing and blah 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 blah, right? And then you get in and you get contact with them and you get all these messages like, oh yeah, what do you want, like this one, and then they'll give you like a whole bunch of different pages, like they'll add it down, you know what I mean? So it'll be like at like fucking muse.ishin hub or some bullshit like that, right? And you'll click on that and you'll look and it'll be like, oh yeah, they'll have like over 100k subs and everything like that, okay? A lot of these are scams because they want you to pay ridiculous fucking money for that. Okay, if you got a page or you see a page that has like 100k subs or like 1 point something million subs, alright, they want you to pay upwards of like, I don't know, like $50 and stuff like that, which I understand, you know, promoters got to make their money, but none of these people are verified, alright? That should be a red flag right there. None of these people being verified, right? Another red flag would be more of like a, what is it, kind of like a PayPal to Cash App or whatever, okay? A promotion thing, I mean, I do feel like they would use that, you know what I mean? But another thing that really strikes me different is a lot of these people are over in another country, and I'm not saying that all foreigners are like this and everything like that, you know what I mean? But a lot of these people do all of this for, you know, scam purposes. And here's the way I found out that this shit was a scam. Whenever I was done these, I think I paid out like $300, not on like one promotion. I done it on like different pages through different things, right? And like a week later, my PayPal account gets suspended, right? And it's like, okay, you have had like suspicious or like non something purchases or whatever. So we're going to have to, terminate your account. Whatever funds you had in here, you can still transfer within 30 days or something before they get like wiped out of here. Blah, 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 whatever, right? So I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on here? I done a little bit more research into these pages that were DMing me, you know what I mean? A lot of these people are bots and stuff, or, like accounts that are just made for like fishers or like fishing followers or whatever. I don't even know if I'm making sense with this whole hoopla, right? Moral of the story though, if you're getting blown up by these, like, don't do it. It is definitely not worth it because you're gonna be spending more money. You're not gonna get anything that's promised and everything. I never had a view on YouTube after those promotions. I never had a view on my page or whatever. I had gotten like a few more followers, but guess what those were? Those were just more promoters after that, and they were all DMing me over and over and over, and I'm like, bro, what the hell? Like, and it's all just, trying to get you to spend money. I had to almost spend out half a paycheck to realize half a paycheck in one night to realize, like, damn, dude, this is stupid. And, I feel like the only person it's benefiting is them. They're posting people's talents and stuff. But it's in the end, it's helping people get nowhere. And it's just going to be, they're going to be taking your money, man. I'm telling you, it's a scam. So the leader of our band, Tyler, right, I was telling him about it. And what these people, and he told me this, all right? What these people do is they'll go in. They don't even listen to your content, right? They'll go in and they'll search the hashtag like songwriter or original song or singer-songwriter and stuff, and they'll click on like the first videos that they see, not even listen, and then like, comment, hey man, DM us for this, and this, and this, blah, 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 right? Okay, that's cool. Where the hell is your verification? That would be like the main thing, you know what I mean? Because I'm expecting somebody who's verified to be an actual promoter now. But that's what they do. They just go in and they fish, and that's how they do it. You may think that like, oh yeah, man, somebody's actually looking at me and stuff like that. Because that's what I got into. And yeah, it's cool because people are looking at your fucking, music and stuff. When it's not these people, I guarantee you they're not listening. They just want that fucking quick money, then they'll put you on their page, and, that's that. Anyways, that was all scatterbrained. Freaking, I'm going all over the place. I've been tangenting on, and I'm still freaking tired, so I might go to bed again or I might take a nap after I upload this and all that. Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Thank you for sticking around this far if you have. I know I got like really scatterbrained through this whole video, like I am in every fucking video, so it's really no surprise. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a, fucking subscribe if you're new. And any suggestions for the next Sideshow, leave comments down in the bottom. I might fucking do a live stream, so that would be really interesting. And yeah, other than that, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and fucking end it right here. Follow me on Instagram as well, it'll be down in the description box, and I'll see you guys in the next